Hey guys, Ellie Showstack here. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are feeling awesome. Today, I am going to be talking about a topic for those of us who have been single for years and have been through multiple breakups and have been through relationships where we have been questioning the breakup, okay? And for those of you who are divorced, and especially if you share children with your ex, our minds in general, when it comes to love, is conditioned by the society and the culture and the people that we surround ourselves with, okay? So if a person goes ahead and quote unquote falls in love with someone, and then the relationship doesn't work for one reason or another, what winds up happening is that we tend to think very much in black and white terms in our brain. So when there is a breakup, we either blame the other person for the breakup or we blame ourselves. Okay? So what we wind up doing is we like to put people in general in boxes because our minds are quick to do that for judgment purposes, and we think that it helps us. Now, another reason why people do this after they break up with somebody is because their egos like to live in two worlds. The ego inside you either likes to feel better than everybody else and that you're right. So breaking up with this person was the right thing to do, even if you were quote unquote dumped by the other person. Okay, I hate using that word, but if the other person broke up with you, made that decision, your ego will wind up saying, "Oh, okay, it was all the other person's fault. Even though they broke up with me, it was all the other person's fault, and therefore I hate them, or I really dislike them with a passion." Now, if you're the one who did the breaking up, then what you wind up doing and thinking is that perhaps I made the right decision to break up with this person, and because I broke up with this person, I no longer can feel love towards them. Okay, so whether you're divorced or whether you've broken up with someone and it was a breakup, your ego will either want to feel that you did the right thing and therefore you no longer quote unquote love them anymore, or your ego would like to commiserate with other egos and tell the world that woe is me, look how bad I am, that I can't find anyone to be with. And you look at the other person who either caused the breakup or that you broke up with, and you look at them with somewhat of disdain, right? Somewhat of, not hatred, it could be hatred, okay? But your brain and your mind and your ego likes to categorize quickly, right? Now, this is one of the major reasons why I created the program Find the Right One, is because the world out there, especially in the dating world, especially if you've just come out of a breakup or if you're divorced, you wind up going into the world of dating with the notion that there's somebody out there who's going to reciprocate the love that I have for them, and this person is the one. This is the one for me. So what that means is that the person who I was with is not the one for me, right? So that must equal that the love that I had for them or that they had for me must end, right? Because now I need to find the new one to love and the new one to be with. So I must either divorce myself of the feelings of love that I have towards them and then move on to somebody else, or because I have a hard time divorcing my love towards them, I can't move on to somebody else because I still have these feelings, right? And this is where people truly screw themselves over in their minds, myself included for the many years that I was single, was that when I still felt feelings of love towards somebody, but the relationship didn't work out, so then you have in the back of your head, oh man, I let the one get away, or how come that one didn't work out? And it's really all my fault. And I still love her. I still love him. I still love her. I still love him. What do I do? What do I do? Right? And then you think, and then you hear all the, and this is just for my age, you hear all the 80s music, you know, I can't live without your love, and I don't want to face the night alone, all that stuff. And you fall back into the patterns that society teaches us, that without this love, I'm screwed. And with this love, I'm screwed. It's a very, very tough position to be in. So interestingly enough, last night, twice a week, I have Q&A calls for my clients only. And we were discussing this exact topic. And I said, this is something I've got to share with my followers, with my listeners. And the reason why I want to share it is because I know that it can help somebody out there. So listen to this very carefully, because you perhaps can find the love of your life today if you listen carefully. Loving somebody does not mean that you relate well to that person. You can love someone but not be in a relationship with that person anymore. That doesn't mean that you can't then go ahead and be in love with someone new. That's the beauty of love. You're allowed to love more than one person. Just because you love another person or have feelings of love for another person does not mean that you can't go ahead and be in another long-term, healthy, fun-filled, exciting relationship. Yes, that's the answer, okay? Take it or leave it. It's up to you. But that's a key distinction that will help you today use in your love life. Just because you love someone doesn't mean you relate well to them. I hope that this makes sense, and I hope that you understand that. And that's something that you can use today in order to improve your relationships. And the reason why I bring this up is because when I see clients of mine gain insights in a very quick manner so that their love lives improve, I know I'm on the right track in terms of helping people. So we have someone in the program who began the program 6 weeks ago and has put her heart and soul into this program, has taken every single one of the lessons and applied it, and within 6 weeks' time has gotten herself into a really fun-filled relationship. 6 weeks. So what I say to you out there, if you're watching this and you're questioning, oh, you know, this bald dude seems like he knows what he's talking about, but how can he really help me? It's really up to you. You can stand on one side of the highway and say, I have lived my life with success in many areas, except for this one area of relationships. And I'm just going to stay here on this side because it's safe. Or you can reach out to me. I offer a free strategy session where we can talk. I can learn about you and your relationships. And I might say that the program is a good fit for you, and you can decide whether you would like to be a part of it or not. Or I will say this is not a good fit for you, and I will turn you away from the program because I don't want you to waste your money. And that's not good business for me. And actually, when I've turned people away from the program, their mouths drop. What do you mean you don't want to take my money? It's not something I want to do. That's not why I'm in this. I'm in this. Obviously, I want to make money, but I want to help people, and I want there to be success in my program. So when I see someone like this who, within such a short time, has gained such success, it behooves me to share that success with you. And I know that at a later date, she said she'd want to do an interview with me. But I really, there's one line that she says that I just like have to share. If you put in the work, she said, it's impossible for this program not to work. I was like, oh my God, that's incredible. If you put in the work, it's impossible for this program not to work. So if you're interested, go ahead and please join. But before I leave, I see one of my very good friends has added her 2 cents. And because she is awesome, I'm going to read it and see if I can address it. Valley, can I add my 2 cents? I truly think we aren't in love with the ex, but the person we were while we were in the midst of said love. Like the version of us we were or wanted to be really has nothing to do with the person. You're great, Ellie. Yes. So I agree. I am great. No, I do agree with you, Valine, very much so, in the sense that a person acts on the level of their consciousness that they're in at the different stages of life, right? So when I'm working with a client, one of the Actually, this is a perfect example. Someone joined the program 2 weeks ago, and they're like, I wish I would have known about this program sooner. I would have joined sooner, right? I would have, should have. So the fact is that you didn't, because you didn't know about the program. Or perhaps when you knew about the program, you wouldn't have joined because you weren't on that consciousness wavelength to want to join at that point. So what I'm trying to say, Valine, is that yes, you are going to be on different conscious levels throughout your life, and your understandings of the world and love can change, okay? The point that you're mentioning, which is that perhaps it's not a love for the ex, but it's what we viewed as love at that point, that's true. The distinction that I'm making is that what I find people struggling with, people who have broken up with someone that they've been with for a long time, or someone who's divorced, is that since the majority of society teaches us that the one to love is out there, they don't know how to manage and deal with conflicting feelings of how can I still have a feeling of love for the ex or for that special someone that it didn't work out, and then go ahead and date someone new? Am I cheating on that other person because I still have this feeling of love inside me? Not even if you're doing anything illicit or any acts. I'm not talking about that type of cheating. I'm talking about like the emotional in your own sense of a human being, that like, wow, I live a life with integrity, and I've always thought, I'm just saying that a person could think this, I've always thought that if you still have feelings of love for somebody, then you're going to go ahead and not be in anything else because I still have feelings for this person. You hear people say this all the time. I still have feelings for this person. What that means is I don't understand how I can go ahead and be with someone else when I still have feelings for this person. Yes, you can still have feelings for this person, but that doesn't mean that you relate well to them and that a relationship should continue or be in. So I hope that that answered your question and your point, Valine, and I appreciate your comment. And again, I think what's important to keep in mind is that that's an old habit of like running my hands through my luscious locks of hair. Yeah, those were the days. So go ahead, and if you're interested in learning more about the program, find the right one, which we're seeing success. So crazy. 6 weeks from being single, unhappy, living in the world of drama, to getting into a really fun, exciting relationship. So that's my latest success story, and I'm really proud of her, and proud of the commitment that she's made to the program, to herself, mainly to herself, of wanting something different in life, because you don't have to go through this life suffering. All right? All the best, guys. If I don't speak to you, have an awesome weekend.